is the only mechanic that I've ever known that you can actually sit and have a conversation with him while he's working on your bike, you know. Hello. Alright. How's it going? Bonjour. Willkommen. Hello. So I am just doing a short ride down to see my local mechanic because I need to ask him a question, which is irrelevant for this video. But yeah, so I've been uploading videos a lot recently, and I think the last couple of videos I recorded in 1080p because I did try 4K before that, and the 4K videos obviously seemed better, but when I was uploading them to YouTube the quality wasn't that good. It certainly wasn't 4K quality, and I did a bit of research and found that YouTube sometimes compresses the videos, so therefore it will reduce the quality. But that's not the only issue that I figured out. I realized that the editing software that I was using, so CapCut, which I was using the free version, wasn't allowing me to export the video. So once you finished editing the video and you export it, I save the final edited version, it wasn't allowing me to export it in 4K, so that was compressing it back down to 1080p as well. So I've subscribed now to CapCut at £21 a fucking month, by the way, but I use it a lot, so I'll probably get my money's worth. So the other purpose of this video is to test that out. So I'm now recording in 4K. I'm going to make sure that I export it in 4K using CapCut and then upload it to YouTube and see what it's like. So yeah, fingers crossed. And talking of uploading videos, so one of the last videos that I uploaded, by the way, I put a little bit of music on at the start like I normally do. And I don't know what it was about this music, because it wasn't like a well-known hit. It certainly wasn't, no, something that's in the charts or anything like that. It wasn't a Justin Bieber's greatest hits or anything. But the video got a copyright warning, and it didn't prevent me from uploading the video or anything like that. It didn't remove the sound. It was just basically a warning, and then when I looked into it, it said that the video was restricted from viewing in 2 countries, and those countries were Belarus and Russia. So unfortunately all my Russian and Belarusian friends can't view that video. But yeah, and I mean the music that I put on the start of the video, it didn't, like, I didn't download it from, you know, anywhere other than within the CapCut software itself. So yeah, so people in Belarus and people in Russia can't view that video. How strange is that? Oh, I did want to finish off a rant as well. So on one of my last videos I ranted about airports and airlines and the boarding process and pretentious idiots paying for priority boarding. But what I forgot to mention, by the way, folks, was the airport drop-off charges. So if you've ever dropped someone off at an airport, you'll know that you have to pay a fucking fee just to drop someone off. Like, I dropped someone off at Bristol Airport not long ago, and it was £7, like 7 fucking quid to drop someone off. And not only that, not only did I have to pay the fucking drop-off fee, but to get to Bristol Airport, which is not in the city, no matter which way you go, whether you go through the city or whether you skirt around the city, you actually go through the bloody congestion zone as well. And luckily my car was free, so I don't have to pay for congestion charge on my car. But if that was in Haley's car, you would have had to pay. And the other thing about that is that when I went to pick someone up, it was quite late, and it meant that I would have arrived near the airport. You know, like if I wanted to, you know, be efficient and pick this person up, you know, around the time that they landed, which is going to be around midnight, it would have meant that I would have had to pay 2 lots of fucking congestion charge. One for that day up till midnight, and then once I'd picked that person up and headed home, I would have gone back through the congestion charge at like 1 o'clock in the morning. I would have had to pay a fucking another one. It's absolutely horrendous. Like we really do live in proper rip-off Britain. But going back to the airport drop-off charge, £7 fucking to drop someone off. Like, you're literally there for 2 minutes. You drive into the airport, they get out, you say goodbye, and then you drive back out. £7 fucking. But how is it this roundabout is so fucking dodgy, by the way? Look at all this shit on the ground. It's also renowned for having really slippy surface, that roundabout, especially when it's wet. How the fuck do they get away with that? I mean, that is like, it's basically a legal version of theft, isn't it? I mean, we're going to charge you £7 to drop someone off. It is fucking unreal. Like, it's just, how is that justifiable? And how the fuck are they allowed to get away with it? I mean, obviously it's legal for them to do that in the eyes of the law, but morally and ethically it's fucking wrong. Like, why are they allowed to do that? And another thing I found out recently, I don't know how much of a fact this is, by the way, but apparently every single airport in the UK charges a drop-off fee or a pick-up fee. But in Europe, there is only one airport that charges a drop-off fee, and I think that is Schiphol or Schiphol Airport in Holland, in the Netherlands, the Nederlander. But yeah, it's just horrendous. Like, I don't know how the fuck they get away with it. But yeah, anyway, so it is another grey day in July. Does anyone else notice, right, since being a kid, I mean, I remember being a kid and like Easter holidays, April, the sun would be beating down the whole of the Easter holidays, and then summer holidays would be amazing. I don't know whether that's like a distorted memory or whether it was actually true that years ago the summer used to be a lot earlier. That's what I think anyway. It feels, or it seems as though the seasons have shifted, you know, that summer comes a little bit later nowadays, like August, September, even sometimes in October we get pretty decent weather. But it never used to be like that, surely. And then winter, like occasionally you'd get snow around sort of December, January, but now it's even later, isn't it? It's like February, March when we normally get snow, depending on where you live, of course. But yeah, I think the seasons are changing. Is that global warming? I don't know. Certainly the climates do change, don't they? I mean, if you look at the history of the Earth, the climate has changed over the course of millions of years. So I wonder, you know, if climate change is actually so much of an issue that some people make out. You know, the Greta Thunbergs of this world. Is it so bad? Do we really need net zero policies? I don't know. I'm not casting an opinion on this here. I'm just, you know, there are interesting questions. you know, the validity of all these climate change policies and the pressure and the cost of for countries and organizations and companies to comply with net zero policies. It's just horrendous. I mean, look at the motorbike industry, Euro emission laws, and what that's done to the biking industry. So yeah, it's interesting. Anyway, I'm going to ask my mechanic a question. I'll see you shortly. I want to give him a big shout out actually. So Ash's Autos, based in Swindon, he is a really nice guy, and he's probably the only mechanic that I've ever known. There might be others that do this or that work like this, but he's the only mechanic that I've ever known that you can actually sit and have a conversation with him while he's working on your bike, you know. I think I've mentioned this before briefly in a video, I'm not sure, but basically I understand why some mechanics don't like that. In fact, I need to go back because I was going to buy something from him and I fucking forgot to buy it, so I need to turn around. So yeah, I can understand why some mechanics don't like that or wouldn't want to work like that, because if you're doing your day job and somebody stood over your shoulder, that, you know, could get quite annoying. But Ash is no, he's the kind of guy that he don't mind you chatting to him as long as you're not putting him off, you know, as long as you're not being annoying. But yeah, he's a really nice guy, and he'll actually explain things to you properly. And I was just chatting to him about a potential bit of work on the bike, and he hasn't tried to coax work out of me. He's basically been completely honest and said, look, yeah, it doesn't need done yet, so just leave it till its next valve clearance. Basically, I was unsure about whether the cam chain tensioner would be due, so I just wanted a professional ear to listen to it. And he said there's a very slight rattle from the cam chain tensioner, but not enough to justify getting it done, not enough to justify that cost. Yeah, basically I forgot to buy a little tube of oil additive from him that he recommended, so I've got that now. Anyway, yeah, really nice guy. He'll always help you out. I don't think he'll ever try and upsell you. Like, I've never had any experiences like that at all. And like I say, the reason I enjoy going there is because you can actually learn a lot from him. He gives you advice. He takes time to explain things. So yeah, really nice guy. Definitely recommend checking him out. Ash's Autos in Swindon. So yeah, so a few things are coming up on the channel. Actually, I was just talking to Ash because he's got in there a beautiful KTM EXC 450 enduro bike, and it's been a long time since I've ridden off-road, but coincidentally I'm going to be doing the Ducati Motocross Experience Day in October with a couple of guys. So I'm really looking forward to that, and I'm hoping that they will allow me to use the GoPro and I'll get some footage from that. So I've got a GoPro chest mount, and so I'll take that along with me, and yeah, I'll get some great content from the Ducati Motocross Experience Day in Hampshire. It's quite a reasonable price actually. It's 220 quid for the day, but that includes bike hire, it includes obviously insurance, and that's not personal injury insurance. You have to get that yourself. It's obviously, like, I think, is it liability insurance that they have to have. It includes all the fuel, it includes some tuition and some training in that as well. So yeah, 220 quid is a bargain, and not only that, it's on their MX 450, which is basically the new Ducati motocross bike. So it's apparently it's got different riding modes, different maps, which will be interesting. I haven't known that before, you know. I mean, I'm out of touch now really with modern motocross bikes. Years ago when I rode motocross, most of them didn't even have electric starts, but only a few of them did back then, but I think most of them do now. But yeah, so this bike has got 3 riding modes on it, so I don't know if any other motocross bikes have that, because like I say, I am out of touch. I'm out of the touch. But that'll be really interesting. I'm really looking forward to it. It's been years, absolutely years, since I've been off-road. So how are you all? I'm not out on a long ride today though. This is literally, I just needed to nip down to see Ash. So yeah, I'm not really going anywhere interesting. I might go and have a little bit of a play before I head home, but that's about it. And oh yeah, I am sporting my new leg bag. I'm quite impressed actually. So you can get quite a lot of stuff in there, and I don't know if it's completely waterproof. It's probably shower proof, but I don't know if the zips are waterproof or not. So yeah, I'm really pleased with it. It's quite comfortable. Like, I'm riding along now and I wouldn't even know it's there. Like, you don't even know it's there. So yeah, I'm really impressed with the leg bag. I think I am sold. I'm sold on the idea of a leg bag. I never used to like them, if I'm honest. If I'm completely honest, I never used to like the way they look. But from a convenience point of view, a little bit better than a bum bag. And then obviously you're not carrying anything on your back at all, or on the back of your waist at all. So yeah, I'm really impressed with it. And it's an Alpinestars bum bag, so it's really fucking posh. The downside is, and here's a question folks, I want your vote on this. So if you're watching this video, just drop yes or no in the comments. And the question is that, because I've now got an Alpinestars leg bag and all my gear is RST, do I need to now, do I need to go and buy RST leathers to match my RST leg bag? Sorry, do I need to go and buy Alpinestars leathers to match my Alpinestars leg bag? Vote yes or no in the comments. I mean, if I do, it will have been a bloody expensive leg bag. That's a joke, obviously. I'm not going to go and spend another £1,000 on leathers, boots and gloves. But I do like to match, you know. I don't really like to have different branded kit. Now that's probably, for some of you, that's probably stupid. Like, what does it matter? I mean, my helmet is HJC. Obviously RST don't make a helmet. It really doesn't matter, does it? It doesn't fucking matter if you've got Alpinestars boots, RST leathers, fucking Frank Thomas gloves. It doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter. But it matters to me. As silly and as shallow as that sounds, it matters to me. I wonder if anyone else is like that. And of course, your gear should, in some way, shape or form, match your bike, right? Well, I say should. It's good, it looks good if it matches the bike. Of course it doesn't have to, and I'm not trying to influence people here at all. You do what you want to do, you do you, and it's absolutely fine. There's no rules. But yeah, I like it when the gear sort of matches the bike. And the gear that I've got is all red and black, and on the bike there is plenty of red and black. Well, it's not actually black, like the Repsol colours is orange, white, red and a really dark blue, but there is a little bit of black on the bike as well in other places. And so yeah, I like to match. Is that weird? Is that sad? Do you know one thing that I've noticed as well, you know, since starting to do more and more of these moto vlogs and speaking to all of you lovely people, is I'm always careful, really, or try and be careful when I'm giving opinions. Well, I say that, I do often give opinions when I'm talking on videos like this, but I find myself having to soften the blow a little bit by, like for example, when I was talking about adventure bikes, in my opinion adventure bikes are bloody ugly and I have no interest in them. But then when I say stuff like that, I find myself having to say, but please don't be offended, and I understand why people like them. And so, you know, it's almost like with the way social media is these days, if you just give an opinion and just a raw opinion, then people might get offended, or, you know, it might turn people away from the channel. Will it? I don't know. But that's what I think anyway. That's where my mind goes. So if I do give an opinion and if you disagree with it, look, that's absolutely fine, and my intention is never to offend anyone. My intention is just to chat shit and keep you entertained, you know, if you like watching this sort of stuff. And if anyone is offended, then you know, you do always have the option to fuck off. That's a joke. See, I'm doing it again. I'm doing it again. So yeah, I guess you've got to be so careful these days, haven't you, with what you say in public, you know, on social media, especially, like I say, when people start, like a couple of people now, a few times now, I've been recognised by people in public from doing this channel and from doing the TikTok channel. So I guess it gets to that stage where you've just got to be careful, right? But that's life now. Das ist Liefer, I don't know, life? What's German for life? I can't remember. I'm still learning German, by the way. I haven't actually done any learning of the German for a few days. I need to get back into it, but my aim is to be able to hold a conversation before going back to Germany next year. And I'm actually going twice next year, once with the gang, and then once with my good lady. Some fans of the Fireblade. I don't know why I came this way. I guess I'm just prolonging the ride a little bit, because that's what you're supposed to do, right, when you're out on a ride. Even if you just nip down to the shops for 5 minutes, you have to go the long way. That 5 minutes has to turn into 45 minutes at least. Otherwise, what's the point in going on the bike? It really does look like he's going to piss down again today. Another admirer. The blade does get a lot of attention, and I'm not surprised. Like when I was at Ash's Autos just there was a couple of other people there. Yeah, so there was a couple of other people there, and they were just admiring the blade. But who can blame them? Anyway, I'm going to switch off, folks. Thanks for listening, as always, to another episode of Under the Helmet. And I'll see you all soon.